I think that your capability statement should definitely be a tool that will help separate you from your competitors. So if you are new to government contracting and you don't really know what a capability statement is, your capability statement is a concise one-page document about your business competencies. Now, I have cheated or tried to cheat the system and kind of do a front page, back page, but it really just depends on who I'm giving it to and for what reason. But you definitely need to have a one-page document. So this is the capability statement that you see on your screen. This is actually my capability statement. You see my name on there, and that is for my parent company, Crawford Olin. So your capability statement should clearly articulate to potential customers and or possible strategic partners who you are, what you do, and why they should choose you over another competitor. So a winning capability statement should definitely differentiate your business from the competition. So it should not look like anybody else's. It should be branded, specifically to your company. It should list all the things that are great about you and your company. So the importance of the capability statement. So it's like a resume, right? You got a good resume, you get the job. Your capability statement works the same way for your business. So you should only list capabilities and past performance experiences or past experience that you actually have. Sometimes, and I've seen this so many times, that people list capabilities because they see another competitor, that may have those type of capabilities, so they'll list them as well, and they have no clue how to provide those type of services. So you definitely want to speak to the things that make you you. And even if you have two or three, competencies, and that's all you can speak to, well, then you highlight the heck out of those. And, but don't put anything on there that is not true, about your business. So, and if you are marketing joint capabilities, sometimes you will have strategic partners that will come together in a group, kind of make a pack, and they will market each other's capabilities. So that way they can show collective, or that, what an ideal team would look like. Then make sure you list that. But and I don't know, I like to, definitely be honest, or tell people, suggest that people be honest, and when they are marketing those things, let who you're speaking to, whether it's a strategic partner or a government agency, know that, hey, this is a joint capability. This is something that my partner does. You should definitely be able to speak intelligently about the products and services that you're offering. So if you can't talk about it, you can't explain it, don't put it on your capability statement. Don't use, a lot of jargon and a bunch of, words that you yourself don't even understand, because you've, pretty much gone ahead and copied and pasted something from somewhere else. So you definitely want to be able to speak about what's on your capability statement. You want to be able to describe the processes for the, if you are performing services. Sorry about that. So if someone asks you, at an industry day, tell me a little more about this, you should be able to explain to them. I've been at industry days, or, in my former life as a contracting officer, hosted industry days, and you ask someone about something and they'll tell you whether it's something that my partner does, or I don't know about that, someone else in my company does that. Don't put anything on your again, capability statement that you cannot speak about. And you should be able to, if you have experience, and you should, especially if you have professional experience, be able to talk about some of the lessons learned and best practices that you have developed, over the course of time. So this is, when I think about capability statements, this is something that I ponder. Or, if your capability statement is the only piece of information that someone has on you and is used to determine whether you should get a contract, can you win? What's your current capability statement in its current state? Can you win? A lot of times, if we compare having a capability statement to that of, a resume, a lot of times people get the call back based off of the resume, and people treat your capability statements like, HR people treat resumes. They take 2 or 3 seconds, look it over, move it to the side. So can you, if I was looking for, trying to build a team, um, and, to pursue a large contract, does your capability statement, put you in a position to be on that team? And if it doesn't, then you definitely need to take a moment to overhaul your capability statement. So let's look at the anatomy of a capability statement. What your capability statement should have. It should highlight your contact information, company data, your core competencies, your differentiators, and your past performance. And as I stated before, it should be branded to your company. Um, Logos, have a clear logo on there. Sometimes people have a logo that's distorted, it's fuzzy, it just doesn't look clean. So you want to make sure that you definitely have something that's legible. You can make it small, you can make it big. So, take the time to invest in your brand. And if you currently have a website or you currently have branding in place, that branding should flow, in my opinion, to your capability statement. So here's my contact information right up at the top, circling the screen for you. So here's your name, your phone number, and please, a lot of people are using their personal cell phones. For all that is good and holy, please make sure that you have a professional voicemail. If you're going to be using your cell phone, don't just list a number. You want to take the time to actually speak and say, "Hi, this is such and such. I'm unavailable at this time. Please leave your name, your number, and a message, and I'll get back to you." Simple. But people aren't doing that. So I don't know if I've gotten the right person. So you definitely want to make sure that you have that professional voicemail. You want to have a professional email address. So all of these capability statements, for the most part, you should be able to send them as a PDF. You can create a hot link, so that way, when I open it up, I can just click on your email and it'll, link itself to my email. Gives me direct access. I can click on your website and get that. Also, that's another thing. If you don't have a website, and you're marketing yourself, it's not necessary, or I'm sorry, I won't say it's not necessary. It's not a deal breaker, in some instances. But in a lot of instances, if you do not have a website, or if your website is dated, it can reflect upon you and your business. So definitely, like your logo, take the time to invest back in your branding for your company, because it does matter, especially if you are an IT company, and you say you provide certain things, but then you don't have a website. It looks a bit suspicious. So make sure you take care of all that. It's definitely, it says something, it speaks volumes, I'll say that. So your company data, that's the next thing, a short narrative, or overview of your company. It could be 1 or 2 sentences letting people know who you are. You want to highlight your NAICS codes, your DUNS number, and your CAGE code, your certifications. If you are a part of professional organizations, you can list that. You can list some of your business certifications, like if you have a CMMI certification or ISO 9000 certification. You can definitely list these things on your capability statement. Now, when it comes to logos, if you're using someone else's logo, like that, I have a couple up there. I have a veteran-owned small business logo because I'm a certified veteran enterprise by the Department of Veteran Affairs. I'm a certified woman-owned business by the SBA. I'm a minority-owned business, and I'm also a DAU certified provider. So I'm allowed to use those logos. So, but when you use them, make sure that you have permission to do so. You don't want to find yourself in a place where you are, breaking some sort of law by using someone else's branding. And if you do decide to use their logo, make sure that you respect, the standards that they already have in place for the use of those logos. And then I have a small little section here that, again, I just reiterate those certifications. And, you can design it or, any way that you want, but this is what I liked, and kind of this is what, how it ended up after several iterations of my capability statement. And I think you can have fun with your capability statements, but you don't want it to be too wild and crazy. So I like graphics. And this is why this is what mines look like. So your core competencies. That's the overview of the skills within your organization. Now, you do not have to list everything that your company do. So what I've done, I've kind of grouped together the products and services, or the services really that I provide. So I have, three really main core competencies, and then I list the various things underneath that I felt that fell within there. So you definitely, when you are doing these capability statements, there are going to be sometimes where you need to customize the capability statement. So if you're responding to a particular opportunity, if you are targeting a particular agency, or you're trying to work with a strategic partner, you definitely need to customize your capability statement. So, and my mindset has changed too over the years with that. The more and more that I've done this, I in the beginning, I will admit, I felt like, oh, one good generic capability statement, that would be good, but that is not true. As you begin to move, or I'm sorry, grow and mature in your business, you definitely need to get to the place where you're taking time to definitely customize these things. So you only want to list things on here that are germane to the opportunity or to the agency. So if you are going after a particular opportunity, then this will serve as a nice little reminder to that agency. They'll tell you to send you your capability statement, especially if you're going to an industry day for a particular opportunity. Before the industry day, they will generally send out a draft PWS, performance work statement, or a draft statement of work. You can take take that time or use it as an opportunity to comb through that PWS or the SOW, and then update your capability statement to highlight some of the things that that the agency is going to be looking for. Okay, and then our differentiator. So these are those things those unique things that set you apart from everybody else. So they should definitely reflect the core competencies that you have listed. Please don't put a differentiator on there that makes or that has nothing to do with the products and services that you're offering. You want to make sure that they reflect. They should describe how well you are suited for that position. So if I'm going after something within my company for training support services, then it makes a difference. What the differentiators rather that I list should reflect that. Understanding or having a PMP certification means nothing to an agency if they're looking for another type of training. So I would probably remove that. And then it should highlight why your company is the clear choice. So this is your opportunity to sell yourself, really, I think, in a non-competitive environment. So you want to make sure that you, again, highlight all these things. A lot of agencies, especially in a small business office, they collect your capability statements. So you have an opportunity to always have something on file that makes you stand out. So when they're looking for small businesses, they definitely do go through the capability statements that they have on file. And your past performance. And I'm just reiterating this because I did share this earlier with Eileen. Your past performance, it can reflect or highlight your company past performance, professional past performance, and then the past performance of key personnel that's within your company. So you definitely want to take the time to, again, highlight things that are relevant. So the government agencies, when they are looking for past performance, they want things that are similar to size and scope. So especially if you are customizing this for a particular opportunity, you want to make sure that the past performance that you list is similar in size and scope. So if it's not relevant, don't list it on your capability statement. Don't do it because it doesn't. It's not going to make the agency want to give you a call back, right? So you want to make sure, again, that you do your research, you understand what it is that that agency is buying, and then you customize your capability statement to highlight why that agency should do business with you.